Finally, I have the missing piece and the world needs to know about it.
This is really life-changing work.
And just share who I really am, and even just embracing who I really am.
My life changed so fast.
It is truly life-changing.
All right, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. If you're just hopping on now, we were just jamming out to Tina Turner, The Best, because you are the best. I am the best. We are all the best. And today we are going to be working on removing emotions around not feeling enough. I don't know. Does anybody ever feel like you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, you aren't doing enough, you aren't thin enough, pretty enough, happy enough? The list goes on. The list goes on and on and on. And then it's reinforced by our toxic capitalistic structure that we live in, constantly telling us we're not enough, we're not good enough, that we need to be better, and all the things so that we keep buying. So it's time to change that. And that's what we do on the Weekly Wake Up. So welcome back to all of my beautiful people. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us know that you are new so that we can welcome you to this beautiful community. This is where we meet every week to really release all that stuff that's holding us back, release all those emotions inside that are just tripping us up, and start anchoring in and believing what we know is the truth. That we are powerful, that we are amazing, that we are loved, that we are seen, heard, and accepted. All the things that we have been chasing in the outside world, we're here to work in building them inside of ourselves. But what we know and what we have studied in our world is that it starts with the releasing of the emotions. So much of our world is focused on trying to gain these things without getting out the stuff first. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And that's why we see it work for a very small number of people who often don't have a lot of stuff gunked up in them. But those that do, most of us, we actually have to start getting it out in order for us to evolve, because we evolve via emotions. So this is the space we come to each week. It's our safe space to release, because we need to release, you guys. This world is a lot right now. And the reason it's a lot right now is because we are being pushed to evolve. But we cannot evolve without emoting. That is what is required for us to move forward, for us to fully learn, for us to fully understand the things we need to understand to become who we keep desiring to be. We're on this shift into this new place, this new world, this new understanding of being abundant, of being loved, of being safe, of being all of these things. But we're not wired for that now. And in order for us to get over this hump and get there, we got to get stuff out. That's how our DNA evolves. That's how our nervous system evolves. That's how our brain evolves. And so we come together each week to do this. And that's why we're here. So welcome everybody back to the Weekly Wake Up, and welcome anybody who is new. And oh yes, I love my nail color. Cassie is fun, right? I don't usually do crazy nail colors, but I felt like it. So here we are with crazy nail colors. So if you are new to our world and you have never been introduced to the rapid relief technique, this is the technique we use to help bring up and out our emotions out of our body. Why do we use the rapid relief technique? Well, two reasons. Well, actually, many reasons. One reason, it's easy. Two, it's the fastest way I have found to bring out the core of the emotion. So many of the emotions we're having throughout the day aren't the emotions we actually need to get to. They're more surface level. The rapid relief technique, which is a type of tapping, So, type of tapping, right? If you're familiar with tapping, we do it very different than how the rest of the world does it, but it's a form of tapping. And so what the tapping does is, one, it calms your amygdala. So it calms the stress response of your brain. When we're in stress response, we're unable to feel our emotions. Have you ever felt like super stressed out and you know there's emotions underneath, but like you can't get them out of your body? It's because your body stops you, because it's like, we're in fight or flight. We can't access those. And so many of us are so stressed out that it's really hard to actually release. And that's what we need to do. But it does something different. And this is the stuff our company is beginning to research, and the stuff that normal tapping has never tapped into, is that it's also sending a vibrational signal into your meridians, where much of this energy is stored, our emotional energy. And it's actually vibrating that stuff. Like, when you have to like clean your ring, there's all that crusty and it like vibrates it. So the stuff starts to fall off. That's what's happening. You have stuck down emotions that you have been stuffing down for years, generations, not just your emotions, but the emotions of your forefathers and mothers and all of them shoved down in you. When we do this, it actually starts to vibrate them and bring them up and out, and allows us to release them. And in doing that, then our whole world around us begins to change. It gets so much easier, so much more fun. Nothing really triggers us like it once did, and things start to change, because all of that that's in there is what is creating all of this that's out there. So let's get some of this stuff out. And then I come on here and I lead you through this. And why do I lead you through this? Well, because a lot of times our brain isn't going to let us go where we need to go, because our brain is here to like keep us safe. And it's like, well, I don't want to say I'm not enough, I'm bad, I'm terrible, I'm all of these things, because no, everybody tells me that's going to be bad. No, that's already living in you. It's living in you. It's been passed down into you, and we need to get it out. As long as you're tapping and saying these things, you're not causing any harm. It'll just go through and back out. And then we'll spend some time at the end really anchoring back into the truth, to the love, to all of the things, to the motivation, so that you walk out of here feeling good. Yes, Jody, we're crusty. We're crusty on the inside, right? So today we're focusing on I'm not enough, so that we can start feeling enough. And I know that a lot of people feel that, like, oh my God, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough support. I don't have all of this. And this comes from just a deep-seated feeling that I'm not enough. I don't get to have enough. And this starts in childhood and far beyond it, especially for my ladies, right? So the tapping's easy. Just follow with me. If you've never done it before, just follow. You're just going to go through the tapping points. We don't use all the points that EFT and TFT and some of the other ones use. Just light tapping, just like this. If this is really weird to you and you're like, I don't get it, we have a free course. You can go out of this, out of the weekly wake up, and back to the main feed. And at the top, there's a thing called the free Rapid Relief Technique Accelerator course. And you can go right in there, and it's a 3-module course that will teach you this for free. So you can go in and do that if you're like, this isn't working, or this, I don't know what she's doing. It'll take you step by step. But otherwise, just start doing it with me. And all you're going to do is repeat after me, and you're going to let the emotions come out. So just repeat. Oh, my body feels stressed. I feel stressed. Sometimes I don't want all of these emotions to come out. I get scared to let them come out. I get scared they're going to overtake me. And I'm not going to know what to do with them. Emotions are kind of scary. But I also know they need to come out of me. And just take deep breaths. So I'm opening up myself to feeling what's inside. It's safe to feel my emotions. This is a safe space with people who see me and people who love me. Okay? So I want you to feel that in your body. It's safe. It's safe to let yourself be yourself right now. It's safe to be messy. It's safe to cry. It's safe to yell. It's safe to do whatever needs to happen in this space with us right now so that you feel better. Okay. Sometimes I just feel like I'm not enough. I feel like I'm not enough. I feel like no matter how hard I try, no matter all the things I do, it's just never fucking enough. Never. And even when it is enough, nobody sees it. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. I feel like my whole life, I've just been trying to be noticed. I've just wanted people to see how cool I am. But they don't. And I've never felt like I fit in. I've never been good enough to fit in. Never pretty enough. Never smart enough. Never good enough. Never good enough. Never good enough. Never good enough. There's never enough. There's never enough money. No matter how much money I have, I could always use more. Always. I never have enough time for everything I want to do. I never have enough support. I'm just never enough. It's never enough. Nothing's ever enough. Because I'm never enough. I never have been, and I never will be. It doesn't matter. And that's why I procrastinate. That's why I don't do the things I want to do. Because it doesn't matter. I don't matter. I don't matter. I don't matter. But I want to matter. I want to matter. I feel like so much of what I've been doing in life is just because I want to matter. I just want to matter. I just want to matter. Yeah, I know, Wendy, that's a big one. I just want to matter. I just want to make a difference. I just want to have a purpose. I just want to have a place in this world. A place that matters. I want to be a person that matters. And I don't know how to be. Because it seems like everything I do doesn't really matter. So many people are doing so many cool things. Not me. I think I am. It's all just stupid. I'll never be enough. I'll never matter. I'll never matter. I'll never matter like I want to. I don't even know why I keep trying. Because I'll never be enough. And I hate it. I hate feeling this way. I hate this world for making me feel this way. Everybody always making me feel like no matter what I do, it's not enough. You got to keep going. It's never good enough. It's exhausting. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I just want to have enough time. I just want to have enough money. I actually want to have more than enough. I want to be more than enough. And maybe some of this has to do with not showing myself fully. Maybe I feel like not enough because I'm not showing enough of me. Because I'm hiding. Scared to fully be me. Scared to be more than enough. Because then I'll be too much. I'll be too much. I'll be over the top. I'll be shiny and bright. And I don't know if people will like me then. I'm going to be too much for them. So I'm so scared to show my full self. I'm so scared to show my full self. I'm so scared to fully be me. So I stay not enough. I choose this. Because showing all of me is so fucking scary. It's so scary. It's so, so scary. But maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to fully be me. Maybe it's time to stop hiding. Maybe it's time to start just being me. It's safe to be me. It's safe to be all of me. It's safe to be every little piece and part of me. I am incredible. I am powerful. And it's okay, guys, when I say the positive words, if you still feel a lot of emotion, it's just removing the resistance to this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I want you to take a few deep breaths and I want you to close your eyes. We're going to do a little fun visual that I love doing. It can be kind of weird, but it's really fun. I want you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And if there's a lot of emotion coming, guys, just let it out. This is your weekly release. This is your weekly release and then your weekly wake up. We are waking up you. You live in there deep underneath all of these emotions. And so this is your weekly release to let it out. If you feel like you need to just sob, if you need to stomp your feet, move your body, make some noises, make those noises. Let this emotion come out of your body. And if no emotion is coming, guys, if you're new to this, that's okay. Sometimes it takes some time to help your body feel safe and okay with this. But I want you to close your eyes and take some deep breaths. And I want you to see yourself at the top of a stairway, looking down a long stairway into a dark dungeon. We're going down, and it's okay if you have the throwing up feeling. Sometimes it actually can help to actually cough and kind of dry heave. That usually means we're coming up against some serious vows we made. I won't be myself. It's not safe. Things like that. And we're letting them come up and out of our body. This is a great time. As you do more of this work, when you feel a throw up feeling, you're like, oh, this is good. This means I'm really like throwing it up and out of my body, right? So it's actually a good sign. You're like getting that energy and that emotion fully out. Yep, coughing, sneezing, all of these things. These are huge body releases. So I want you guys to visualize, we're going down into the dungeon. And if you've been with me a long time, you may have done a meditation or two where I take you into the dungeon. In this dungeon, I want you to start walking down the stairs. Makes me emotional every time I go into my dungeon. And at the bottom of these stairs is a door. And behind this door is your dungeon. And your dungeon is the place you lock away the pieces and parts of you that you don't like, that society has told you isn't okay. It can be your wild person tendencies. It can be often your sexuality. It can be often the judgy side of you. It can be the mean part of you. It often houses a lot of the emotions that we have deemed bad and terrible, and we've locked down in there. So I want you to go open the door into your dungeon. Now, what I often see in this dungeon is I see all these, if you've seen Lord of the Rings, like golem-looking creatures. I don't see them anymore. I actually see one this time. All the rest of my little stalls are empty. I've been hanging out a lot in my dungeon over the last 5 years, healing stuff. But you often will see just a bunch of these like grotesque creatures. And these are the parts of you that you've absolutely denied and sent away. They're your shadows. And they're here living in the dungeon, just abandoned. But they are beautiful, sacred pieces of you. And what we'd love to do is go and unchain them and apologize. I'm so sorry I've kept you down here for so long. And you might not be able to do all of them at once. You might have to spend a little more time here throughout the weeks. But you can go to each one of them. And I like to hug them. And when I hug them and say, I accept you, I love you, you are part of me, they often just turn into like a gold, and they come into me and like I become more gold. And these can be anything. Like right now, I have one in here. When I came up to it, it's a huge, huge, tall, like white looking thing. And it's my bigness, my greatness in a way. And this is something I have been working on a lot as we've developed the company, as I've kind of gone behind the scenes in a way, when I know my calling isn't to be behind the scenes. I know my calling is to be out in the forefront. And I've gone back and forth with that. And so this is me like making peace with this overly shiny, overly extra part of me that I kind of go back and forth with. Like in some moments I'm completely okay with it. In other moments I'm trying to deny that piece of me. And remember that what we're doing as humans, guys, is like a calibration. So sometimes we kind of ping pong back and forth between each side, and that's okay. We're ping ponging because we're coming and figuring out what our happy equilibrium looks like. And so just be in this dungeon for a second. Going to any of these pieces and parts of you that you have denied. and bringing them back to you. Listen to what these pieces and parts of you have to say. Yep, Cassie, a lot of times they're children. A lot of times they're like little inner children in there too that are like sad, sitting in corners, sad that you really just denied those parts of them. And so let yourself feel it. The dungeon's a very emotional place. It's making me emotional too. Because we're meant to be whole humans. We're meant to love every part of us, you guys. We're just humans here. We are just humans learning. That is all we are, guys. Think of your little children. Think of little kids. They're just trying to learn. And you were not granted that as a child because we didn't understand human like we understand it now. Well, like I understand it and our company understands it and you understand it. And now we're starting to begin to teach the world this. So you weren't given the opportunity to learn to love each and every part of you. But now you have that opportunity. Now you have that opportunity to look around and see all the pieces and parts of humanity, the parts where we can be mean, the parts where we can be ruthless and terrible, the parts where we can be so weak and snivelly and victim-y. These are all parts of us. And they aren't good or bad, they just are. And the more we can learn to accept these pieces and parts of us and know that it happens, the more we're actually able to release these parts in a way. They're part of us, but they don't overtake us like they once did. They may ask you to do different things. Just listen, just feel, just allow all of the emotions to come up and out of you. This is your safe space. Yes, your ability to be depressed, right? So many of these things that we have hated ourselves for when they're just part of our experience. They're meant to be experienced and loved and accepted and understood, not denied, not fought against, not judged. Allowing ourselves to feel each and every part of this. Some of you might need to move, stomp your feet, move your arms, cry. It's okay to ugly cry here. We think you're so beautiful. I can feel and see each and every human here. We may not be together in person, but my heart is literally touching you. You are safe, you are loved, you are incredible, and it is more than appropriate and necessary for you to feel what you're feeling right now. Just letting it out and knowing that you're held, that I am right here, that the rest of us are right here. You are not alone. You are not doing this alone right now. You may be physically alone, but you are not doing this alone right now. You are here with me and a bunch of other beautiful, beautiful humans and souls that are witnessing you, that are holding you, that are hugging you, that are here with you as you just let these emotions out of your body. Just letting them come, letting it release, knowing that it only gets better the more tears that fall. So go ahead, make your last rounds in your dungeon. Remember, guys, you can come back here. I come back to this space and work on healing these shadows all the time and bringing them into the light, bringing them into my heart. And when you're ready, you're going to walk back out the door to the dungeon. Walk back up those stairs. And as you get to the top of the stairs, you see this beautiful oasis. It's like a beach with also grass, this beautiful body of water, trees all around you, sunlight peeking through. The smell is incredible. Cassie, I usually close the door, but you can leave it open. If you're feeling called to leave it open, leave it open. Let them come. But here you are, you're just in this beautiful oasis. It smells good. Take a deep breath in. It just smells good here. And you lay down in the soft grass. It's the softest grass you've ever felt. The soft ground pushes back on you. The perfect temperature breeze blows over your body. You hear water just moving in the background, leaves rustling. And on each side of you, another human shows up. You may know this human and you may not. And they lay next to you and they grab your hand and they hold it. And as you lay there, those two beautiful humans just take turns saying beautiful things to you. You are so special. You are so beautiful. You are so kind. You make this world a better place. You make this world a better place just because you're here. You smell nice. I love your voice. I love your eyes. You are more than enough. You are more than enough the minute you were born, and you are more than enough today. That can never change. That is innate. You are more than enough just because you breathe. You are more than enough just because you exist. I want you to see this beautiful light ball coming from above that's just coming down closer and closer to you. And it's entering at your heart space. And as it enters in your heart, it begins to just glow throughout your entire body, filling every cell, every molecule, every atom in your body with this light energy, activating you, upgrading you, clearing out all of this emotion that you felt today, just letting it leave your body and replacing it with pure love, pure goodness. You are more than enough. You always have been, and you always will be. And just because you exist, you get to have anything you desire. All the money, all the time, all the support, all the love. It is available to you. Asking for your body, your DNA, your nervous system, and your brain to open itself up to more resources, more monetary resources, more emotional resources, more spiritual resources, increasing those DNA set points to allow in more money, more love, more support, more health. Feeling into that, allowing this feeling to just wash over your body. Speaking to your superconsciousness in every cell in your body and reminding it that you are enough. Say it with me. I am enough. I am more than enough. I always have more than enough. Life loves me. Life takes care of me always. Everything is getting better and better and better. Everything is getting better just because it gets to get better. Things always work out for me. Life always works out for me. Always. Even if it hasn't in the past. Today, I start new. Today starts the beginning of the chapter of my life where life starts to work for me always. I am ready. I am open for this to be my new understanding, my new DNA set point. Life is always working out for me. Asking for any resistance we have in our DNA, our nervous system, our brain, body, in this life, past lives, and all evolution. Releasing any resistance we have to allowing this to come into our bodies. That life is always working for us. Life always has our back. Things are getting better and better, and we are always more than enough and always have more than enough. As you guys start coming back into your bodies, start wiggling your toes, your hands, your fingers, start moving those shoulders, start waking up. We're going to count up from 1, 2, 3, waking up even more. 4, 5, 6, moving that body. 7, 8, 9, and when we get to that 10, opening our eyes, waking up, feeling better than ever because you guys are the best. I changed my song.
Lifetime promises are
You're doing your dang magic, Sarah. Thank you. And make it stronger, baby. And that's what we did today. Simply the best. And don't you guys ever forget it. Better than all the rest. We're all the best. Anyone I ever met. Feel that in your heart. Sing this song to yourself. I hang on every word you say. I love it, Amanda. You haven't done one in 5 months and you just come on and we have the perfect one for you. I'm so happy you are here. I'm so happy every single one of you are here. And I want you always to remember as you go off into the day, you matter. You matter in this world. You are here for a reason. And that reason may not be clear. And you may think that you're not doing big enough things and you're not doing cool enough things. But you're simply the best. And you have no idea how much you matter. We don't always get to understand the big picture. And so don't ever forget that. Just because you're here and just because you breathe, you matter and you are making an impact on people's lives and in this world. No matter what you're doing and no matter how you're living, you are. Oh, Susie, I'm so happy you were here. So go out into the world. If you're feeling emotional after this, let the emotions come. If you're going back to work and you can't, that's okay. Schedule it for later. Emotions are our friends. They're what is going to get us through this crazy time. All right, beautiful humans. I love you. You're amazing. Go and jam out to the best. Tina Turner. All right, guys, I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your week. And I'll see you next week. Oh, and don't forget, y'all, our certification program has just launched. So if you're interested in being certified in human development and the rapid relief technique, make sure you're checking your emails because we have all the information in there. We're going to start the second week of October. So that is there and available, and come check it out. We would love to have lots of you in there getting certified in this amazing work and taking it out to the world. So I love you. Bye.